Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, May 18th, and I thought we'd do a quick run through of the garden, see how everything is coming along. We had a couple weeks of straight rain and things were looking a little stressed out, but then this past week we had some really awesome sunny days, so things seem to be perking up a little bit. And I thought I'd just show you in between the rainstorms for today. We've got some pretty terrible storms forecasted. The skies are pretty cloudy and treacherous looking. Maybe ominous is a better word. But let's do a quick run through and see how things are growing. Okay, so this first row once again is these are our cherry tomatoes, and I had a casualty this week, and I'm not sure what happened, but the Napa Rose Blush plant got snapped off, and I had one sad looking replacement left amongst our other plants. So I don't know. Hopefully it'll perk up and be all right. But as you can see, the other plants are doing all right. We've got some on the trellis already. This is a black cherry tomato, and you can see lots of little blossoms already. And let's see, this marigold right here is starting to bloom. This is a key lime marigold. Kind of looks yellow, but it's supposed to be like a lime green color. But these are all of our cherry type tomatoes, and all of them have some good growth on them. Lots of little blossoms with this guy. This guy is our blueberries cherry tomato. Beautiful. This row starts some of our paste tomatoes, and as you can see, they still show a lot of the stress from the tons of rain that we had. Lots of leaf curl on those. I'm just gonna wait and see how that turns out. I mean, if it doesn't grow out of it in the next week, I don't know, maybe I'll pull them and put something else. I still have plenty of starts, but I really wanted these ones. And this row's looking really, really good. We've got our climbing triple crop tomatoes, 2 of those, and some of the Abe Lincoln originals, another marigold, German pinks. Here's another one that's showing quite a bit of stress. It's a German pink. You can see that leaf curl. It almost looks like it got hit with some sort of herbicide, but I don't think it has. I really suspect it's just all the rain that we had. I came through yesterday and just kind of cultivated in between each tomato to encourage some air to the roots. So just a game of wait and see now. More tomatoes. We've got Kellogg's Breakfast, 2 of those. I've got 2 black crims, more marigolds, some Girls Weird Things, and some Paul Robeson. Now, I'm a little bit nervous about this one because while I was pruning, I think I accidentally pruned off the growing tip. I don't know if it'll force out a new growing tip or force out a sucker that can take its place. So I have to keep an eye on that one. That was stupid of me. And then there are 2 and actually I guess 3 more rows of tomatoes here. These are more of like the colorful, crazy ones. We've got Black Beauty, Blue Beauty, Lucid Gem, Aunt Ruby's German Green, which actually is looking really healthy. That's this guy right here. Or maybe I should call it a she. That's this gal right here. She's looking awesome. Yeah, so lots more, and then it goes into our dwarf plants, which I'm thinking we'll have a ripe tomato from here shortly. These guys were started way early inside and actually had a tomato on it by the time they were put outside. So still hard. It's probably got a little while left, but they're all looking pretty good. And here we have our sweet peppers. both bells and like frying types. The one that looked like it was dying, it actually did lose all of its main leaves, but now it has sprouted new growth all along the stem. So it's going to be fine. That's the Rawia or Rawaya pepper. It's like an orange bell. So the peppers are chugging along. And then this row goes into, see, we've got some spinach, and we definitely have to weed in between this row. Mike and I took some time last night and did some of the major plowing in between the rows to get rid of some of the weeds. We just have a little bit more work to do. But here's some spinach. It's looking pretty good. It's growing. And into some romaine lettuces, thickly sowed. There's some onions. It's kind of fun just having basically your own salad bar in the backyard. We've got, this was a broccoli that I started from seed. I don't know, I think I did maybe like 4 from seed. This was the only one that survived. So I did end up purchasing some starts, and they're at the end of the row there. We've got some more lettuce and chard and kale, which is actually really, really tasty. I've been eating it raw. Really good. And then our arch trellises are in. We made a video about installing those, so you can look for that. But on this side we have the cucumbers, and these are just a pickling cucumber. And then on this side are the cucamelons, and I've heard that they stay pretty puny for a while, and then once it heats up they just go crazy. And you can see they're still fairly small, so we've had to kind of watch where we're doing things, make sure we're not pulling those as weeds or stepping on them or anything, so that they have a chance to grow. Now, I tried to be very thoughtful about where I put things in this garden and how I space them out. And as of right now, I'm kind of second guessing myself because there still seems to be so much empty space in the ground. But I also know that give it a month and that's not what this is going to look like. So I'm trying to refrain from putting anything where there are blank spots right now, and it's hard. For instance, here are the zucchinis and the squashes, and you can see how much bare space there is from there to the row of sunflowers, and in front of the sunflowers are zinnias. So my idea was that the sunflowers kind of form this tall back wall of color and beauty, and the zinnias are just in front of them, kind of supporting that color. And I know that zucchinis and squash, they get huge, so there's not going to be too much space between that row, which those are green beans and purple beans. I'll show you in just a minute. I did 3 types of bush beans here. We have purple royal burgundy bush beans, which are these guys. And then there's dragon tongue bush beans. And then the final one at the end of this row was an old package of contender green beans. And as you can see, just 2 of them ended up sprouting. So old seed, I am considering getting a new package to replant and fill in the spots. However, we do have this other arched trellis here with pole beans. And right there are the purple potted pole beans. And on the other side are the Kentucky Wonder green beans. So really, I have enough green beans. I'm going to have a ton of green beans, and I don't think I need to worry about it. So all in all, things are growing really well. I'm pleased, I'm happy, and I'm excited. And it's starting to sprinkle on me a little bit, which is good because the plants, it's funny how soaking wet everything gets, and you're like, stop raining, just dry out already. And then a few days of no rain, and this soil just, it's very strange. It cracks on the top, it gets super dry super fast. So I'm happy for a little bit of extra help from the rain to help water my plants and keep them healthy. Everything's looking really good. Um, yeah, let's see how things go in this next week, and I'll try and do another update shortly. All right, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Bye.